Welcome to a wild Sunday. And by the way, the strongest of the winds don't arrive until mid-afternoon. So to me, you'll notice the winds I think picking up after 2 o'clock, and then once we get to say four, from four through the evening hours, that should be the most windy period that we see. Wind advisory posted for the I-5 corridor up through Southwest Washington. This is not the windstorm of all windstorms. It's just noticeably windy. South winds to 40, maybe a peak gust of 45 miles per hour. Anytime you get over 40, you can have a fir tree blow down somewhere and somebody reports a power outage because of some branches down. But generally, this is more of a blow than a wind storm, if you will. Now, at the coast, again, it's 10:43 on the Sunday morning. Newport's already been up to about 50 miles per hour. High wind warning for the beach, but again, not the windstorm of all windstorms. About 65 mile per hour winds expected. Behind me is the visible satellite picture, and you can see the common swirl or kind of comma of the low pressure center right here. Now here is, the Columbia River, Northwest Oregon. This low is going to continue to near the Columbia River, but then curl north along the Washington coast, and then weaken as it pushes inland overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So a big windstorm would have this low down here. It would near the California-Oregon border. We get that full fetch of south winds up the valley. But the fact that this one is more north, kind of swinging in near the Columbia and then going up, means we never really get into the worst of the wind field, which is a good thing because this is a really strong low pressure center. So I wanted to show you the low, and that's where it is. This is my imagery page. There's the wide radar. I know it's a bummer that I don't have this to where you can see the cities on top of the radar, but that's the way it is. So here's the close-up. You can see the I-20 or 405, 205 loops right here. So downtown Portland, kind of in between some rain bands right now. So basically, I always tell you when you look at 7-day, take the time to read what's going on. And so today we talked about gusty 25 to 45 mile per hour winds, the worst being late afternoon into this evening. The wind advisory continues into early tomorrow morning. But then tomorrow, I think, quickly becomes pretty quiet. Just some showers around. Winds that kind of calm down to southwest 10 to 20. Now, forecast models like the rain picking up a bit tomorrow afternoon. I'm not convinced that happens, so I wouldn't give up your plans tomorrow. And then Tuesday should be steady rain all day long. This is a warm front that comes in. It's more of a westerly component, so the coast range blocks some of that wind for us. So we'll be breezy 15 to 30, rain much of the day, 0.6 of an inch, maybe more than that. And then after that, Wednesday through Thursday, there's a surface high that comes in. The upper wind flow still throws some moisture shots our way, but I think we're going to have a lot of dry weather Wednesday and Thursday. There may be some periods of some passing rain, but a lot of dry weather, fairly calm conditions with a big surface high overhead. Then one more really wet system on Friday. That's rain much of the day. 3/4 of an inch of rain looks to be possible. And then behind that, we go dry for Halloween weekend. And this has actually started to look this way for a while. The Halloween weekend, not Friday night, but Saturday day, Saturday night, and Sunday will be dry. We'll get back into some chilly nights where some of you will be in the 30s with some frosty, foggy conditions. So that's what's going on. Let's see here. Don't forget, the best spot to get the official hourly observations is to click on Oregon hourly temps, or you can do the same thing for Washington. And this pops up. It's nothing fancy. It's just a tabular, old-fashioned form of the Weather Service report. So right now, for example, Newport, cloudy 54, south winds gusting to 39 right now. You can see all the temperatures, the dew points, so it's really great information. And then if you go out to the gorge, the river's calm. Remember, the gorge blocks a south wind, right? Think about how the mountains are formed. So they don't get a south wind. But as that low approaches the Columbia River later this afternoon into this evening, that will pull an east wind through the gorge. And we'll probably get some 45, maybe a 50 mile per hour gust in the west gorge. Then if you go out east, there's John Day gusting to 47. The forecast for LeGrand, weather report not available right now, but the forecast for LeGrand, for example, had 65 mile per hour wind. So anyway, that is a great report. Kind of old school from the National Weather Service. Otherwise, if you are traveling over the mountains, the snow level to me looks to be no lower than 5,000 feet. Right now, we've had a kind of a rain-snow mix at Timberline. They're at 38 degrees. Meadows is at 43. And then, of course, you can click that in view. But you have the pass camera right there. Government Camp 43. That's just wet. and all the other passes. Santiam's 44, that's wet. Willamette's wet. And Siskiyou Summit is wet too. Hold on just a second. Hold on, it's my mom. Mom, hold on just a second. All right, so that's what I have for you. Don't forget, not the windstorm of all windstorms, but pretty doggone gusty out there later today into this evening. It all calms down tomorrow morning, and I will talk to you soon.